Hello everybody, welcome to another day of Cosmoteer. Actually, fix this audio, there we go, fix that. Alright, today we're gonna do ships, and more ships part 2. So let's come over here and let's open this up. Let's get these things squared away here real quick. Bear with me a moment. Alright, things are squared away. Okay. So, ships, and more ships, part 2. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this Cowardly Fool. This Cowardly Fool, very nicely painted, by the way. I look like a lot. It was created by Silver1906. And it's just this low-costing ship that can go around and hit with ions. Now, the first thing I thought about when I saw this ship was, I'm thinking what we should do here is we'll save it here on the Cowardly Fool, and we'll come to Battle Helper and we'll open up that Cowardly Fool, and we can see it's this 346. And I was like, you know what kind of ship faces this one that may stand a chance? And the first ship that I thought of was the Atria, which is only 22 crew. Now, facing these two ships versus each other, it's still not a fair advantage, it's still not a fair fight. But I wanted to go ahead and take a look at them both, and you can see right here the ship turns itself around and it literally blasts this one. Now my modified Atria makes it so that you can actually shoot in very neat little angles and whatnot, but the Cowardly Fool, as you can see it, I think the only thing that could make it, well, he does have two shields right there, so honestly it's a very nicely designed ship. And even this little shield right here even protects that booster right there. But in all honesty, pretty sure the Cowardly Fool, with the amount of ion beams and power it has, if it does enough damage right here, take out that crystal and boom, the whole ship goes. So very interesting and neatly designed for an ion-based ship. But we wanted to face it against something that's probably near the same similar cost. Let's come over here and let's pull in this one right here. Now, crew-wise, yes, it's more crew. Cost-wise, it is a tiny bit more. But if we're going to face it for the same amount of cost, this is what I think of as a ship that can totally... We'll watch the ship up there. We know what that one does. You can see right here, speed-wise and everything else with the other one, this ship was designed in mind with lower cost, where most things in the same bracket don't really stand a very fair chance against it. But this would be my suggestion, to test your ship against the same cost. If you're going to stay under the 300,000, can you beat one of these? That's the biggest question. Alright, let's move on to the next ship here, which is the same ship that we're working on. We've been helping out Dr. Mobius. But the very first thing that needs to happen on this ship, as I'm looking at it, and I want to showcase this here so that people can see and understand it, is he has all these crews that he's probably loaded in from all the different places. But the biggest problem that I see here is, if you look at it, everybody's assigned red shirt. So people on the front of the ship will go to the back of the ship, and the back of the ship will go to the front of the ship. So the very first thing that I would suggest doing here is coming here and editing the role and make something called Power Distributor. Okay? Make them blue. Now, for those that don't know, you can come over here, you can hit right click right here, and you can instantly just do set all priorities to 0, which changes every single priority inside the actual ship to 0. Very handy dandy. Now, one of the main things that I want to do with the power distributor is make sure that the large shields has that and the small shields has 9. So we're supporting the large shields first, small shields will be next. We want to make sure we support point defenses as well as fire extinguishers. We'll probably give that a good 9. So that they're at least having 2 huge priorities in the ship, and will constantly have to do that. Now, the other thing that you can also do too, if you really wanted to, you can have them supply batteries for these things. I'd probably give it a 6 for right now, and just leave it at that. And now you can come over here and you can put your power distributors like this. They're the front of the ship. You also probably need a few power distributors, at least one back here for those shields, probably a second one right here for those shields. That way you're a little bit more protected. Now, another thing that you're going to need as well is you're probably going to need 4 damage for your actually energy weapons, so that people are actually supporting it. So here I would probably call these ones weapon power, or whatever you want to call it. Make them a good yellow. And we give these ones also a giant priority. We'll right click this here and we turn these all the priority to 0. And we'll give them a good priority 8 for these. And if we really wanted them to have a second job as well, we'd probably give them a good 9 as operators. Because we'll have operators in the long run. But give them an 8 for a supply battery and a 9 for that one. Now, these are weapon distributors. I'm on the yellow one right now. But you probably also can do too, just in case things go all flanky, you can give a 4 right here, back here, because you have cannons. And you can also say a 4 for supply ammo in case things starts going all funny. And you get your weapon distributors and you put them maybe there. I don't think you need that many actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So we'll change that back and we'll have just 3. Okay. Now you need at least one more role for people to not walk away. And these ones, what a lot of people like to call them, is operators. Operators, we're going to go ahead and name the color them black-ish. And we're going to come over here and we're going to set all priorities to 0 and we're going to make them as operators and operators alone. They won't do anything else except operate whatever it is that you want to use them for. I know you have large cannons and small cannons, so we'll make sure that that's there as well. And your operators will do exactly just that. Now we'll probably give them a fire extinguisher, at least a priority 4, just in case they absolutely need to. And maybe one more secondary job as well, just in case. Now, I think that's actually good enough. And we need some operators. Now, the operators need to be placed around the ship in some place, in form, and fashion. Middle of the ship is probably a good place to be, right here-ish. And some operators back there. Now, I've changed these ones back to red shirt. And this alone, the small little changes you make just right here like that, will make a huge, big difference to your ship. Now, right here, I also want to make a change right here to this. So we're going to repair all. We're going to go here, we're going to select this right here, and we're going to move this one back, giving them more entrance to the back of the ship to do a little bit more different things. And that right there makes it a nice, fine ship. Now right here, we're going to come over here, we're going to go and put into our new ships. We're going to name this 1.5 for right now. And we're going to go ahead and bring it in and take a look at it. So let's take all these out. Let's bring in 1.5 with edited roles, and we'll bring in the original ship. I want to showcase the big difference of when you add in roles like this, how it does a significant difference to the whole thing. So you see right here, roles, and hopefully the roles play effect. At the front of the ship, these guys are going to support the front of the ship, as well as you have guys in the back of the ship. I can see right here, these blue guys are not doing anything, so there might be one too many. Change these guys back to red, in fact. That's what we should do. So we will. They'll be red shirts. Now they'll actually do something. You just need one group of blue, it looks like, in the back. These guys out front are doing stuff. The yellow shirts are also doing stuff. And that will fix out at least the roles to support the front of the ship and the back of the ship as well. And you'll notice that you're doing significantly better on defense and shields, as well as significantly better in the front of the ship as well. Where this ship right here, sometimes they don't have power or other things like that. It's kind of a mess right here. I like how it is. You do have more shields than this one, which I think you could even add more shields in to help with the defense. The same thing like this. The extra armor and everything else plays really good into effect. But we still need to fix the back of the ship as well. So that's probably something we need to think about. In fact, this right here could even be... I'm looking at it. What if we were to do something as silly as this? Which we can! I'm being silly now. I'm just gonna do that. Why not? And take away this, take away that, take away this. Oh, did I just delete it on accident? Alright, and then come over here and just wipe this. Just like that. Giving it just a tiny bit more movement. Gives it a weird amount of angles, weird amount of movement, but yeah. Why not? If you have it. being silly now. Save that ship. Load it in again. Give me a little bit more movement. Oh, I do want to fix these shields here real quick. Let's fix this. We need at least a secondary shield. Kind of right here and kind of right here. And then move these to this, like that. Now we have an up. We don't have a down. We'll move another walkway here. And this one will be a down for both of them. This will be up for both of them. And this right here can be just a normal walkway, And we have it in and out like that. I can go in. They can bring it back down. That should work that way. In fact, we can even remove this like that. And we have this, and this. Move the door here. Get rid of this door. This door here. We have in, up, down, up, down, up. We get a little bit more protection. This might have to actually move one more tile up just to give it that extra. And this one, I don't want to move one more tile up. Will be the defense for that one. That makes that look a lot better. Let's give these guys just one more blue team. One more blue team right here. And that would be nice. Let's save this ship. And let's give this another go. A lot more shields. A lot more protection in the front. I want to see how it lasts versus this. Should last a little bit better. Maybe. Or not. 6 cannons from both sides. Really does a devastating amount of damage. The front has taken a huge amount of impact. The blue guys should now go down to the bottom and support the bottom of the ship. Point defenses are a big concern. In fact, I may have just ruined it for whatever reason. And or I just got a whole bunch of really lucky shots. Because it took it out fast. I think we need to put more armor in on the front. Let's try this one more time. That was a very devastating amount of sweeps that it did to it. So it devastated this whole frontal and devastated the whole everything else. Now we do have armor here, armor there. But we probably need, instead of all those fire extinguishers, because it just loses them so fast, let's change these back to armor. And let's change this back to a good amount of armor. Giving it just that extra amount of protection that it probably needs. Just like that. Missing a fire extinguishers, I got it. So these fire extinguishers can be actually be back here, back here, back here in the middle of the ship. We definitely want fire extinguishers by the cannons as needed because ammo explodes. Interesting. Interesting. And probably back here. Here we go. Now we got some. We'll still mess with it some more. Let's save the ship now. Let's try this again. Alright. Suppose they're just coming in. We basically changed it up. We added a whole bunch more role distribution because the other ship didn't. The original ship just has all red. If you come over here and look at the original, they're just all red shirts. Every single person is a red shirt, which doesn't support the ship. I mean, they're all running around doing things, but you have people running from the front of the ship to the back of the ship, to the back of the ship to the further ship. It's kind of a mess. We haven't dedicated anybody to any place yet, but what we wanted to see was, and you can see right here, they wiped out all the weapons, but all the shields held up, which is a good thing because you didn't lose crew. Now we're fighting in the back of the ship. He still got all this, and for some reason, he still has the front of the ship. I have the cannons. He has the front of the ship, which I'm thinking these actually are working. How he has a layer stack, but he lost the back of the ship right there. We still have 3. We had a 5th cannon. I mean a 4th cannon, but that's gone now, so... Interesting, interesting, interesting. Maybe I'm playing too much with the front of the ship and the head. Maybe he has the better front of the ship, just the way it's placed. I will admit, okay, so he has them spaced out. Maybe the front of the ship is designed. Now we have more armor and more shields. I'm just wondering why these cannons are not targeting these. Is it because of my large shield? Let's do that. Let's take a look at this. Hold on. If it's because of this large shield, let's just get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. Let's do that, and let's add in more armor. Like that. I'm interested to see how that will do. Save this ship. 1.6. He has no big shield, so I have no big shield in the front now too. Let's see what that does. What's up, Bloop? We're just messing with the ship. Ship, some more ships. See, now they're not targeting the front of the ship. Which... maybe they are targeting. They're targeting the front, not targeting the front. Now we have all these different shields doing their own thing. Honestly, I never thought of stacking shields like this, but maybe that works. Yeah, as soon as I remove their frontal ships, the big shield, look at that. The bigger shields was a big, huge target. Okay. Now that we know that, let's fix some working armor. Those big shields were a big target on a big ship. So no big shields, all small shields. Significantly a difference already. And you see how people are staying at the front of the ship and making sure to support all the shields. So I like that so far. We opened up that. We still have fire extinguishers in good spots, supporting all different aspects. Yep, and leave the shields alone. I don't know why all these blue guys are sitting around doing nothing. I hope the back of the shields guys are not running to the front of the shields. So let's do that one dedication right here. You guys right here, see how they might be running? You guys right here, we are gonna say you guys, and I see right there. So the operators are not doing their thing. Okay, you guys support these shields. That is your jobs. And then these guys right here, I'm gonna say no and a no. Do you have any others? Okay, and you have operators. I have operators literally, pretty sure. Yeah, if you have 31 operators. So let's see how that does. Let's repair the ship. Save it. Trying to make it better now. Alright. Bigger question, are there any operators out? So we have operators right here. We hit the ship roll. 36 operators. They're all out and about. We are going to do... actually, I want to make sure I have operators for engine rooms as well. So we'll come over here and we'll make sure there's operators for engine rooms. Let's add in at least 2 more operators back here. We'll make those red shirts here. These guys are closer. Make those all operators. Let's resave that ship design. We just added in a whole bunch more operators. Let's double check to see if they get placed correctly. Okay, all operators are out. We may need some more operators, so let's double check this. Where should we put the operators? Because that's the back of the ship. You have these guys that should support maybe the engines. We should get at least 2 more operators somewhere. I'm thinking right here. Let's do that. 2 more operators right here. Resave this ship. Let's see if we use all operators. Restart this. All operators are out and about. Alright. Now for those that are just joining, what I did here, so you can see it, is I built out several more roles, and what I did is I edit the role, and you can come over here and you can right click this, and you can change all priorities to 0, and then easily select out what you want. So you don't have to come here and select each individual ones. So it's a really, really neat feature. I like it a lot. And we can see right here, the ship is doing, I think, amazingly better and more well now. And this is the original that was sent to me. And this is the new one that, well, we changed priorities. We changed the frontal armor a little bit, added more shields, had dedicated roles, moved the power plant up. And this is somebody's use Dr. Mobius's ship that he sent in Discord. He joined just recently, put in his ship and said, "Could you help me fix this? Take a look at it." And I said, "Sure." This is part 2 of it. And you see right here, the original compared to the new. And we haven't even lost the entire front, let alone the back as well. We just added dedications. Now I know the blue guys are sitting there, but that's okay. They are there to support the shields. Now if we do really want the power distributors to actually do one other job, which I'm just thinking about right now, is I do want them to probably supply battery for Cannon Factory. Does he even have Cannon? He has Cannon Factory all the way down there. We'll give them one other priority there, and we'll probably give them one other priority here too, as we'll say supply ammo. Give them a 2. That would give them something to do. There we go. Now they can supply battery. And in fact, I'm going to come over here. And the dedication back here for these guys right there. They're doing good. We'll just leave those guys alone. And now nobody's sitting there and they can still do something. They have a very low priority to do something else. What's up, Blue? I like it. Totally annihilated the ship. Let's repair it one more time. Now that we fixed roles and we fixed everything else, resave the ship again, do a reverse swap. The right hand side normally does do worse than the left hand side. We also added in a few more boosters for more maneuverability. I'm thinking we actually want to add in one more booster power plant right here. Give it a little bit more maneuverability. It's definitely has much more movement, much more power now, much more, I think, everything that it needs. And I know it shows in Discord, Dr. Mobius is not here. I actually wish he was, so he could give his 2 cents and look at it a little bit more. But you can see right here, very nicely, a lot of things. Instead of this right here, I would probably change this to capacitors, to supporting these. That's what I would suggest doing. I mean, that's actually not a bad idea. Kind of like it. Thinking I want to leave it alone. I don't like these doors. See how they're coming in and out and they have to walk through? This should just be a straight up. Let's fix that right now. And that's a big no-no. These doors should be like this. Because if you lose one of these and it detaches, then they can't ever touch each other. And that is better. Get rid of this. That is better for that. And the same thing right here. I think he copied them out from another one is what it looks like. Where there's capacitors there. But if you're going to do it like that, just do this. Deck cannon setup is a bit odd in my opinion. Yeah, I'm trying not to change his overall design too much. I'm just trying to improve it. They are placed in a very interesting manner. But I wanted to keep his overall design because it is his ship and his design. I was just making improvements. But maybe we'll actually mess with it some more. But I agree with you there, Boob. The deck cannons are kind of in an interesting position. Let's reshave 1.6 again. We'll come over here. Let's relook at how these point defenses, because we made critical change. It didn't save it. What? Oh no, wrong ship. Haha, wrong side. All right. Change that, change that. Did we break it or did we fix it? He's just lost that. We lost this whole half side of the ship, which is kind of not good. I like how he had that there, but you know what? Look how slow they're coming back in. Honestly, you should move this hatch like here. That's what I would do. That's too long for them to get back in the action. All you gotta do is do that. Now that makes them faster back into the action as needed. Okay, what else can we fix? Interesting, 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 interesting. Let's resave. Let's go to 1.7. We've already messed with this a lot. Let's go to 1.7. Let's remove those two ships. Let's bring in 1.7. And we'll bring in the original again. We already know that the ship's better. It wins. Now we're doing small improvements and tweaks. So here we have this one and this one. All this ammo here. Wah. Somebody's meshing in Discord. Alright. Point defenses. I don't like, see this door right here? They have to walk all the way around. That's a no. Just all you gotta do is take one door and move one door there, just like that. That's better. See, now they can just go straight in and out, in and out. They don't have to walk around the whole power plant. That speeds up a whole nother section. This is such an interesting design of factories. And you get people running all over the ship to grab ammo here, to put ammo here, which, strange as it is, I would totally change that. All you gotta do is put the factory next to the actual cannon. I'm sorry, I need to fix that. That's just, it's too crazy for me. Okay, I understand the ammo factory there. I understand that. So let's redesign this to make it better, because just like how Bloop said, it's kind of strange. And all you gotta do is do this. Okay, now you gotta reverse this just a little bit. So I would take this, since the ammo's on that side, okay? And then you take this one. I'm gonna show you this little trick that I learned from Unexcited. So you see this reverse button here, flip vertically? You flip it vertically. And what this does, and you're gonna look at it here. We're literally gonna finish this. It makes a big difference. Let's save this so you can see it actually go into place. What I did was I vertically flipped where the ammo and everything is placed. So if you look at it really closely, you see how the sulfur is in the middle of each one? Makes a huge difference on how the ammo is right next to the ammo. Now we probably should move this as well, which I'm actually going to do, just looking at it. So I'm going to come over here and we're going to move this there. We're going to come over here and move this here. The ammo's on that side. We're going to pick this up again and we're going to right click it and we're going to vertically flip it. See this? Vertically flip it and put that right there. I didn't flip it the way I want. I'll flip it again one more time. There we go. Now the sulfur's on the inside and the ammo's on the outside. And now what we're doing is we're literally supporting this in all sorts of different neat ways. We'll put the sulfur entrance here because that's where the guys are going to come and bring in sulfur, and the ammo's right there, and then the cross section right there. So then you have sulfur, cross section, cross section, cross section. The shields on the far side have a long distance for recharge. Could change that if it seems fitting. I agree. These have a problem. We will fix that. Well, we'll look at fixing it. I don't know if we will fix it. Info. And then this can be the ammo cache for that, which they can supply the ammo for. Now, obviously, this takes a little bit longer for them to run around. This power plant's actually kind of in a weird spot. It's definitely in a weird spot. A lot of it's in a weird spot, but we're making critical changes now. He needs to be able to get the sulfur. The sulfur actually gets in. I would put somehow to get ammo closer to some way. I don't like the position of this power plant at all. Move that there. If you're gonna put ammo storage, put ammo storage. Put doors on the corner. Okay, we'll just live with that for a second. Hold on. A lot of things to change. I know we made a whole bunch of everything. Let's see if I broke it. Wait a second. Why is 1.7? Did I not? Where's my lost ships? Where's 1 point? Did I not save it? Why is 1.7 not have all the factories there with all the other changes? There is something wrong. Thought I said, oh, I changed it to 1.8, didn't I? Did I go to 1.8? Losing my mind already. I did. Yep. It's been a long day. Alright, here we go. 1.8. We could probably fit more ammo right here if we wanted to just do more ammo. Oh, look at that. That just blew up. That just blew up. Did I just make it 100 times worse? Then they don't even have power. Okay. Wrong ship. This ship. Reactors were close up, front cannons penetrated straight up. Yeah, that's right. This is a target. This is a silly... That's a silly target, isn't it? I have a different idea. Let's do it this way. He has a strange design, so we're just going to do this strange design. We'll put that as ammo there so that Ken's constantly firing. He's got this little tiny reactor right there. Let's move this crew out of the way. Let's put the reactor behind a little bit more armor-ish. Here. It still is such a weird design, honestly. You're going to have crew... Put a hatch. I know I just deleted a hatch. Get a hatch somewhere in the back of the ship somewhere. He wanted a hatch here somewhere. I have no idea where I would want to put it. Oh, he already has a hatch right here. Why do you need that many hatches? You got it. Alright. Put a door in these corners. Alright, now we have no factories because I just deleted them all. He had the factories over here. Those can be ammo. That can be ammo. In fact, you know what? I can see why he had just a small ammo cache there so it didn't explode, right? Was that the reasoning behind that? That is probably a good idea. And then put the ammo factories. I just do that, something like that. And they can just supply. I don't know. I'm fiddling. Fiddle. Alright, redo number 1.8 and 1. We'll go 1.9. Alright, those all need to be ammo. We need to change this. Hold on. This needs to be ammo, that needs to be ammo, that needs to be ammo. And he's got an interesting amount of sulfur in the middle. But we'll just live with that for right this second. Okay, save the ship. Alright. I don't even know if I got the doors right for the ammo. Okay, doors are there. And this should cause it. Yep. Well, the reactor's a little bit more protected. Or not. That's still an open target. This should be moved. That should be moved. Yeah, the reactor is just this big, huge living target. There's the other reactor. He has the reactor right there next to the cannon, which gives it all that extra protection. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. My reactor's too far up. I mean, I guess you could put it there, and then you have... But it's just so funny. Pretty compact design in the wings. Yeah, I'm trying to keep his original design, only changing the internals a bit and a few other things. But it might be something where I have to fix it and more and do other things. This will give it that. Let's throw in the ammo here. Okay, that already is ammo. Well, let's leave that right there for us. Let's redo this. Let's take a look at this. Very weird, strange design. Oh, I need to add the doors. Don't need that one there. Add one on the corner though. There we go. Now you get ammo there, ammo there. The ammo's too explosive. This right here. It's too explosive. That's what's causing the chain reactions. It's too flimsy, like you're saying, Bloop. Which server do you play in Albion? Oh! US West. Play on US West. Yeah, you're welcome to play with me. Probably do at least a live stream a day on Albion. At least once, maybe twice. But I'm also making sure my Cosmoteer content goes in, because that's kind of how I started off on this channel. I don't have a lot of people that really want to see editing of ships and other things. So, I'm still doing both at the same time. Thanks for commenting, thanks for joining. Alright. Oh, you don't have a West server. No, I apologize for that. I guess they do have multiple servers. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played the game. They used to have it on just one server. So I know Albion Online has changed a lot. I really need to fix this. I go to sleep. I'll see you next time. Alright, thanks for stopping by. What's up, Zonk School? We're trying to fix... we gotta fix these wings. Honestly, these big, huge cannons, they're nice to have, but they're kind of just big, huge targets. That's my opinion. I'm gonna agree with Bloop. The cannons are cool, but you don't need them. I'm gonna delete them. I'm gonna delete them. I'll make the call. I think it will do better without it. Honestly, instead of a large cannon, just put in another deck cannon. That's my 2 cents, right? Instead of that, just come over here and just do something like this, right? Isn't that cooler? Makes more sense. I'm trying to layer stack the armor a little bit. Doesn't that make a little bit more sense? It does to me. You get a whole nother cannon in there. Then you can add a third one like this. Let's vertically flip it. Flip. Vertically. There, now the ammo's on that side. Let's try that. Let's save it to version 2. 2.0. Yes, I agree. Deck cannons are the best cannons. Why even go on the outside? You're just giving yourself this way to get shot. Alright. Yeah, they're all pointing. See, and this one can still shoot. I'm just making sure they all can shoot, so that's why I'm looking on the outside. Which they still can! Alright, now let's fix the internals. Ammo, 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 ammo. That door needs to be fixed for that ammo. In fact, this could be a longer one with more ammo. I like it. Now we just need to fix this with this. This should be one of those with more ammo. Okay, so then we have the door with the door there, door there, door there. Okay, good, 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 good. Make that so. Let's fix this right here. You can be ammo. Why not? Actually, let's... Hey, sulfur. Put a little bit of sulfur. A little bit of sulfur coaster. I don't know what I'm thinking. Let's put them in the middle. Yeah. Leave it. Save it. Now instead of 6 cannons, you got 8. With a whole bunch more armor and a lot less boom. Well, a lot less chance of the boom until they blow through all of this armor. You can even add more armor, honestly. Make it even more less of a target. I see these point defenses in the front. You can add even more point defenses, giving it even more. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's fix this. I'm sorry, I have to fiddle. I have to. This is just too much for me. This opens that up like that. Let's toss this. Let's put in capacitors. They're cheaper. They work better. Let's put in the people that are dedicated for these. Now I need a way to supply. This is where that actually does come into play, kind of like that. door. Alright, how do we get... We should actually be facing this way. How do we get power to there? How do we did that? How do we get the power to it? This needs to move this one, this needs to move here. Get this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Probably should be shortened and add a straight corridor so they can get in faster. We need to add in another door here and here. Get rid of these doors. And this needs a door here. Now we got like a ton more point defenses. In fact, you know what? This should be a way to get to this one. There we go. Add a door here like this. It's a little better. Save this. I know, I still haven't done the role dedications to them yet, but... Alright. Hold on. We need to come over here. We need a third team. We need to edit this role. We need to change this. Job priorities. We need to... This is where you right click. Set all priorities to 0. Let's come over to point defenses. Point defenses 10. And... power capacitor is 1. And we will say... Oh, did I not name it correctly? We're gonna call them PDs. PD will make you orangish. Alright, PD team. I like it. But this door is facing the wrong way. This one doesn't even have a door. And I need one more PD team right here. In fact, you know what? We're just gonna leave it open. We're gonna say PD team. We'll have one more dedicated PD team. It's gonna be you. We choose you. You're gonna be a PD team too. Oh, it didn't change. Save it. PD team. Sup, Javix? Come here. Do this right here like this. Boop, boop. Piece right there. Liking it. I'm liking it. Alright, we got a PD team. Okay, now we need to add dedications for the PDs. You're dedicated to those 3. You're dedicated to these 3. You're dedicated to those 3. You're dedicated to those 3. You should overlap just a tiny bit. We'll both do a 4th one. There we go. Save it. Whoa. Oh, did I go to 2.1? I think I'm at 2.1. Oh, look at this. Now we get a ton more PDs. Look at them fire. Look at that. Sweet. Some of those cannons are not even hitting. Yeah, they're not even running. Oh, we don't have any PD runners. We don't have, I mean, generator runners. We need to make a team. We need to make another team. We need a PD. Make them a little browner. We're gonna call these guys PD Gen Runners. PD Cap Runners. I'll call them PD Cap Runners. Okay, come over here. Right click this. Set these all the priority 0. We're gonna literally make these guys a 10. And we'll give you a few other roles as well. We'll give you a 3 for that and a 3 for that. And just in case for ammo, 3 for ammo. That should be good. Alright, PD cap runners. Who do we want to be PD cap runners? Let's choose you guys. You guys can be it. Save this ship. There you go. Now we got 6 guys dedicated just for running energy to the PDs. Let's watch this go. Now as they pull from there, these guys should start running out. Which they are, to go supply power to those. Nice. I like it. This is red, I like it. I'm liking. Yeah, it's just mopping the floor with the original now. Alright, let's give it a real challenge. Let's take 2.1 and let's go face it versus, well, maybe not be a real challenge, but we'll see how it does. I'm pretty sure this other ship's still gonna win, because he's got 8 cannons and I only got 6. But I want to see how it does versus the missiles. So this is more of a missile test. I know this ship's gonna win. Well, it should win. If it doesn't win, I'll have huge concerns. Because just the amount of PDs, look at all these point defenses, man. It is taking all missiles and everything away. With 8 cannons in the back. This is where the armor. I like your idea, Blue. Let's add even more armor right here. You got all these shields and add a little bit more armor. You see, boom. That's a weak point. But we are forcing. I wanted to see how it did versus missiles. Here's my problem. See, these are not regenerating fast enough. I don't have a door right there. What? Door there. I don't know what's wrong with the engines, hon.
Is it broken?
We are messing with a ship. I added a door. What is blocking? Okay. Let's refix this. Let's fix this some more. We're fixing point defense power now. So, this is hard to get to that. I have my PD gen runners here, cap runners. We may want... I don't take too many though. You know what? We're gonna give them a different role. One that they will definitely use, which is engines. You need to supply engine rooms. We'll give you an 8 on supply battery to engine rooms, as well as a 10 there. That should help them out so that they at least they're not going to sit there in case the PDs never actually fire. That should help that out significantly. Did I save it? Try it one more time. Hey, you know I don't want you back there. Come back. Come back. Thank you. I don't want you back there. That's dangerous back there. Okay, storage in the PD is a real block. Oh yeah, I agree with you, Unexcited. The PD system works better than you thought, Loop? Yeah. See, and they're so much cheaper. So much cheaper. But I'm agreeing with you, Unexcited. These storage is a huge bottleneck. I have it there for the cannons because the way he has it designed, it makes some kind of weird sense, and it does. We're running low on power. Okay, that's a problem right there. We need a walkway up. So I'm going to change this one right here, face it, and then add this as a full walkway to power that. And then this might just be... We're just testing power right now because I'm forcing him to fire as much as possible with all the missiles. See how they're all red? Where's my PD guys? Where's my gen runners? These things are still red, so I'm concerned about my generator. So I'm gonna take these cap generator guys. What are they doing? We'll take that away. I don't want that anymore. I just want engines and PDs. Yes, 50% crew. I agree with you. I know. I was kind of just fiddling. Let's change you guys to 1. I don't want that, that's for sure. Your responsibility is to supply the PD generators. Okay, let's fix this up some more. Let's take this right here. Let's turn this way, sideways like that. Let's leave the door there. Let's add this coordinate all the way down, giving them access this way. Let's make this one smaller by 1. Leave that like that. Like that. Like that. Like this. And now we have a walkway up, walkway down. I have no real way to get to that one really quickly. It does take longer. This is faster this way. In fact, we're going to add a circle of walkways. Up, up. Sideways, sideways. And we'll leave it. I'm fooling. So this way could just really be this way. Go down, 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 and then this way can be that way. So down, down, down. Actually, it can be down like that. Yeah. Oh, I need a door here. That's why they're not coming up this corridor. Door, 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 door. Save it. Put a meeting reactor in the free corridor room and drop all the capacitors. Small shield. Oh, you mean right here? But I like the capacitors. They're cheaper. They don't add as a target. Wait a second, how come it didn't save? I thought it saved the ship. Oh, what happened here? Did I go 2.2? 2.1. It probably is a lost ship. No? What did I do? What happened to all my edits? What did I do? If you put a medium reactor right here, they'll target it. And I don't want them to target that. But somehow, all the changes I made, it didn't save. Didn't I save it to 2.1? I must be losing my mind. Which I am. It's been a long day. Make this a corridor. Flip this around. Save it. Oh, didn't I? Where did I save it to? I probably saved it somewhere, didn't I? No, it's okay. Oh, and I didn't add the... You're right. Did I save it under my ships? Mobius. I did! There it is. Haha. Good catch, good catch. I've done that before, I just forgot about it. Okay, so there's the silly things there. Medium reactor right here. I mean, I like the idea, but this makes it a living target. We'll give it a shot, but we'll see if they target. Because if we face them versus each other, it will be a living target. I have that feeling. But the capacitor is doing a little bit better now. They're getting the power. Ish. Barely taking anything from my ship. The PDs are doing their job. But I want to try Unexcited's idea. Let's put a medium reactor in and see what happens. Alright. We have 2.1. Let's save 2.1 where it's supposed to be saved. Not in there. We'll save this as 2.2 for right now. Okay. And then we're going to make the change in case that becomes a living target for whatever reason. Okay, so you're saying medium reactor right there. Right? Yeah. What about this one? Do we even need this one? Leave them both? I don't like having the idea of having both. That makes cost like huge. And you're saying drop, 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 drop. Right? Move. I don't know. Change this to a 6-man crew. And another 6-man crew. Toss these guys out. Next door there. I don't know. For now, till we figure this out. Is that what you're thinking? Ish? And then add walkways? Ooh, I like that idea. Oops. Like that? I don't know. I actually kind of like that idea. It's kind of neat. Well, let's give that a shot. Here, let's save this. Let's go to 2.3. Alright. Now, fighting against my ship's not a fair advantage. So, let's go to 2.3. So let's take out that one. And let's fight the original-ish. We might just face it versus each other at this point. Cost-wise, almost a huge amount more now. But I don't think there's 2 medium reactors is a good idea. We just need one. I need a door here. Alright. Let's just see how that does. It's at the point where it just needs to face each other. Because the original's not going to stand a chance. Oh, I didn't make these guys PD teams. Hold up. PD teams. In fact, these guys right here, you guys don't need to be that anymore. You need to be PD. Oh. You can go back to red shirts. Alright, we got rid of those. Alright, now we got PD guys dedicated for PDs. How do you upload a ship to the workshop? Oh. You come over here. You open up your thingy. And if you have a folder, right? You can come over to my... And you can come over and right click it and say upload to Steam Workshop. Right here, Jaffix. And whatever folder you upload to Steam Workshop, it will go right in. New ships. Alright. Let's face it versus each other. I want to see how these do. 2.3 versus 2.3. I understand. Well, you see how that went boom? That's what I was worried about. Okay, real test. Let's do this. Does the new 2.3 versus the 2.2 work? Who will win? Is it better to have capacitors or is it better to have generators? Let's see who goes boom first. I mean, it's still a pretty fair advantage. I really like that those generators just go boom boom. Even this guy. But I think it works better in the long run. Doesn't it? Maybe it just needs a little bit more protection. Remove the shield and move it back. Add a different shield. Let's leave the generator. Let's add more shields in. And let's take away this other generator because we don't need this back one. And we'll move this one further back. And then give it more space. Let's do that. Okay, so toss that generator. Move this one over. Down and over. I want space for them to walk in and out like this. And I have this. This should be here. This should be here. And we give that more shields. And this can be right next to that and there. And then you have those three right there. And then you have a bunch more shields. Give it a little bit more protection. We'll add the doors right here like this. Cut out costs just a tiny bit. This could be... This could be a smaller one. What you kind of want to do. Did you assign the medium reactor to the BD and small shields exclusively? No. I did not. Oh, I can add... Haha. Alright. Ammo. Da-da-da! 2.4. There we go. Now we cut the cost down. Now we're much better. What? You don't like it? I know. That was his original design. They should be sulfur. I agree. At least one of them sulfur. This is just to make the cannons fire faster and more often. It's more of its alpha strike. But you're right, it goes boom. Alright, I agree with that. I like unexcited thoughts. Well, let's change this to sulfur. At least that one. The other ones can be ammo-ish. That way you have less boom boom. In theory. Eight cannons in the bag really do a lot. The wing armor needs to be better. You don't even need these ones over here. They're just distracting. This could just be straight up armor, and that could be armor. We can leave them. It does add a little bit of protection, but this can be more armor, right? Something broke. I think my live stream connection just blew up. No, I guess it came back. Something blew up. Alright. Both versions have their goods and their bads. But let's come back here to fixing this some more. I feel like we need more armor right here. Battle helper. Restart it. Let's come here. Let's do this again. Let's come here and let's change this to be like this. And I'm just totally fiddling with it now. Let's round up these edges. Let's give it another 2-piece right here. Just giving this that much more armor-ish. Kind of funny-ish. Goofy. I don't know. Give it a shot. 2.4. What do you think? A little bit better? More armor? Get it even more armor. Just full on. Look at that. They're aiming for that. Just armor that up. Because it's trying to target the shield. It's trying to target these. For whatever reason. The AI has some weird targeting aspects. Well, no, it gives it a target. It gives him a target. If you leave him there, you see how it's targeting it? I was thinking about dropping altogether, just like you're thinking there, unexcited. But for some reason, the AI thinks it's a target. And it's working with the medium rancor just like that. And just give it a little bit more armor. Yeah, a little bit more armor. Let's come over here. Let's layer stack his armor. Let's fix his armor already. I'm over here staring at it and I'm like, what's going on? Alright. At least it's a little bit better than what it was. And da-da-dum. And get rid of those little pieces. And come over here and get these big pieces. Get the big piece right here. Maybe a little piece. Here we go. Looks funny, but it is what it is. We'll go to 2.5. I already made huge changes. 2.4 was actually a pretty good version. 2.5. Oh, too much armor. No longer a target. I want them to shoot the wings. See how they're shooting the wings? And when you're not shooting the wings, and this front becomes too much. And that's where the shields are actually good. They're good placed. But I added too much armor, so we gotta go back to 2.4. We'll give it one more shot, but we'll reverse it just to make sure. But this is too much armor. Yep, see, this is a bigger target now. Compared to before, the wings were the target. Hit just enough armor to cause it, and losing these tiny shields on the end is not a big deal. Alright, restart, stop. Let's go back to 2.4. Let's see if we can fix it. 2.4. I still did want to kind of... Let's watch this. Will they go back to the wings? Or the AI get smart enough and now target something else? Okay, it's targeting the stupid wings again, which is a good amount of armor. And look at him waste shots there. Just like he's wasting shots there. Yeah. it's doing worse. Try it again. I know I lost a whole bunch in the frontal. I may have added too much armor just right there. May have to delete it out. Yeah. Let's fix this. I put too much armor there. I want you to target the silly wings. Okay, yeah, there you go. One piece of armor. But now they're going back to doing devastating damage to both sides. It's a fine balance between too much armor and too little armor. Either way, I think 2.4 and 2.2 are pretty good versions. I'll give them both. I'll put it in the chat. I'll let them play with it. I think 2.2 and 2.4 will give them a good baseline to work with. And I think this would be a good experience. I know, I can't remember his name. Dr. Mobius. Dr. Mobius, I know he's not on Discord right now, and he's not on, he's probably busy, he or she, but I will provide the ship back to him, both of these ships, and he can decide to do what he wants to do with it. So, I think they're both good versions. They have their qualities. We'll let him decide. But I like the more point defenses. I like getting rid of those other cannons and literally just putting in 2 more deck cannons. I am sure, honestly, if we take these new versions and face it against something that's... You know what? Here. Well, let's give it the real test. Can you delete a Polaris? I assume so. But I don't know. That's the real test. If you can 1v1 a Polaris, then you know you got a good chip. We're running low on energy there, which was the concern. Alright, let's try the 2.2 version. I don't think it's gonna last. I think it's gonna get wrecked. Okay, let's try 2.2. My ship's tiny ship. Now that's your goal there, Dr. Morbius. Fix your ship up so that your ship can 1v1 Polaris. Because if you can, then you get a really good ship. Checking the point defenses and see how they're doing. The capacitors are actually making it work. Ship plus tilting equals better ship. I would assume I try to make ships at least a little bit better than what they are. You see how the capacitors are actually doing a little bit better. Because the power to them is much quicker and faster. And in fact, 2.2 is definitely doing better than 2.5. Even though these are all red, they were able to take out most of the ammo and resupply very quickly. That's why people use those capacitors. So even though in theory the big one worked, for point defense, straight point defenses, a capacitor does work better. Which makes me wonder, did I fix these guys? Because these guys don't feel like they're running enough energy. 10, those should be 1, okay. I really feel like we need at least... I guess it's okay. It did what it was supposed to. Supplied it just enough ammo. They're still firing. They're not full green. But look, he 1v1 to Polaris. That means he's got a decent ship. I'll give him 2.2. He can decide if he wants. If he wants 2.5, I'll give him 2.5. I think 2.2, just based on this test right here. Here, we'll give 2.5 one more shot. But I don't think 2.5 is going to perform the same way 2.2 did. This will run out. Just for the dedication. The capacitors allow the point defenses to constantly fire. So. Huh. Eh. Yeah, it's having problems. Yeah, we'll give it 2.2, and if he wants 2.5, he can ask for it. I think 2.2 will be good. Alright, I think we'll end the session here. Thank you all for enjoying. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed this content, please feel free to smash the like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. If you haven't already subscribed, please feel free to subscribe and support me. That will help me a ton. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. Come back once a week, once a month. Check out what content I have. Thank you all for being here. And you all have a wonderful rest of your day. We're going to just go ahead and make sure this happens. And we'll make sure that this happens. Okay. Now we'll end this. Alright, thank you all for being here. Have a good day.